Hey Soul Fam, Amelia Adair here. Hope you guys are feeling good and doing good. I'm feeling good. I'm doing good. I'm so excited. It's a beautiful day today. I'm outside. And sometimes when you just go outside and the weather is nice, it changes things. Because I don't know why I just got so happy. I'm just like, oh my God, this is working out so well. But it's working out because of a couple of things, right? Because as I'm shifting into my next chapter and I'm making some decisions, like I'm letting things go. And that's what we talk about today. Just FYI, this is the topic of um, going into your next chapter and realizing what God got for you. So what you gotta bring with you and what you gotta just leave behind. Okay, that's the topic of the day. I don't know if I said it, but let me just say it real quick. Let me try not to cheese so hard, but when you smile so hard, your cheeks hurt. And listen, so fam, anything that I come on my videos with and I share with you, it's an experience that I've experienced. Okay, I don't go and just be guessing things and teaching what I don't know. I only teach what I know. So if there's certain topics I don't know about and I don't understand, to be honest, I don't teach them until I have full understanding of it. That's one. But this one right here, so fam, the Lord is vibing. For real. But listen, so fam, as you getting ready for your next chapter, or as you ending things in your current chapter for your next chapter, understand that everything cannot go with you. Oftentimes we hold on to things that we've had so long. Maybe it served us at one point so well, but you have to realize when something is no longer serving you. Okay, when something is no longer serving you, oftentimes it could hold you back. So you have to learn how to let that go. Okay, or be ready for an upgrade. Maybe it served you in this time, but now it's time for an upgrade. But you can't get your upgrade if you hold on to your old grade. It's like they could be like, our grandparents who love these flip phones. They be bringing them flip phones through the I'll be like, let it go. But it's still they can still make calls. So in a sense, it's still useful. It still does and sorry if y'all hear noises, obviously I'm outside, I'm outdoors. But if it's still, you can still get away with it, then cool. You don't need another phone, until that person is ready for that upgrade. Like, all right, I'm tired of these old buttons. I'm tired of this old such and such. I want new. So then you go for your upgrade. That's how growth is, so fam. In life, when you ready for that next chapter, when you ready to upgrade, you gotta let the old things go. Sometimes we be trying to grow in life and get better, but we try to take everything with us. You want to upgrade, but you don't want to let go of the old grade. It just don't make sense, so fam. And where God is taking you, the upgrade is already there. It's already there, but you have to take that step. You have to know, like, all right, I'm letting this go. And the longer you hold on to like things that no longer serve you, you hinder your blessings. You stop what's for you, because it's like you telling the Lord, like, I want more, but I'm good with what I have. It's a contradiction. God is waiting for you to let go. He hear you say, all right, I want to upgrade. So he's like, all right, well, let that go. I got a new one for you. I got a better one for you. Pass it on. See, some of us, what happens is that thing or that job or that whatever it is helped you get to this step that you think is permanent. You think, okay, well, I'm gonna need this at my next chapters to follow. You think you gonna take a loss. You don't take a loss, so fam. You have to shift your mind. When you pass things on to the next person that need it, it's a better blessing. Like, quick instance, I gave away my makeup kit because I was like, I said, Lord, this this makeup kit has served me, and it's still in mint condition. Like, I could still take it to my next chapter and do makeup from time to time, but I'm like, I really gave it some thought. I'm like, Lord, and Lord probably like, well, duh, I was trying to tell you that, but I came to the realization. I'm like, this can do so much more in someone else's hands, you know. And when I chose to pass it on, the person that ended up receiving it was with child. And not that I planned for that to happen, but of course it woke up a part of me, and I was like, see, I talked to myself. I was like, see, it was time. She can get so much more out of this kit than I can, trying to be selfish, holding on for it to probably do clients that I might not even necessarily do. I'm going to my next phase. Where you going, you don't even have to do that anymore. It's like when you go from elementary school to middle school, you don't need to bring your lunchbox. It's just an example. You know, mama take you to get new clothes and new shoes, because she tells you, you've outgrown these shoes, babe. I'm going to get you new shoes. So what we do most of the time, we pass down the shoes or the clothes to our neighbors or to our cousins, and then they get a better wear out of it, because you holding on to them shoes that don't fit you. You've outgrown these clothes that don't fit you, and you holding it for what? What are you holding it for? When you have an upgrade and you're gonna have so much fun with this upgrade, you're not even gonna be thinking about the old grade. And the old grade ain't really old, because it's new to somebody else. Someone else's trash is another man's treasure. I know you heard that one, but someone else is gonna get better use of it. Let it go. That's what it means, oh bam, let it go. And you want to let it go with grace. And when I handed over my makeup kit, I did not understand all this yet. I'm just to let you know. I know I had to let it go, but I didn't have all this planned, okay? But when I smell my food. Yeah, I'm cooking on the grill. Come on, we could go. Let's go real quick. But when we let things go with grace, it serves more purpose. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, the dog is out to you. Hi. Hello. Hi. Okay. Cool. Hey guys. I got one for you. I got you one. I got my hot dogs on the grill. The dog is excited to see me. Oh, I'm sorry. I got one for you. I'll show y'all what it's doing, because y'all might try to come at me. Oh, his name is Panther. Wow. Wow, he's so tough. He is out of control. Did I do something, y'all? He could sit that spirit on me. Get him anxious. Sorry, so fam. Oh, I should have turned it up. No, I'm gonna keep it on low. Okay, I'm back. Just fast forward, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. So, fam, know when to let go. There's going to be an upgrade for you on the other side, but you have to be willing to let go and pass on your blessing to another. You know, that's all you're doing. You passing the blessing, and it teaches just that. Can I say I learned that from? So where did I learn that? Oh, I learned this when I was. I learned this when I was living in Houston, right? I know I've been all over the world, but I was living in Houston. That dog is just a barker. You know what dogs that just be barking? They be spoiled. Don't see what happens. Don't spoil your dogs, cause then they don't know when to hush. My dog was very trained. I was just like, you know, it's like knowing who's boss. If your dog don't know who boss, they be acting like that. Anyway, I learned that from Houston too. I had this Asian landlord, and her husband owned a $1 million restaurant in New York. So we would talk a lot overall. I love to talk to wise people. That's why I think I'm so mature for my age. I've always, even as a senior in college, I'm a freshman in college, I'm hanging with the seniors. But real quick, so I was talking to her husband, and he was telling me how he had $1 million restaurant in New York. Mind you, we're both in Houston. And so I was like, wow, like what happened to your restaurant? Like if your restaurant was generating over $1 million, you know, I was confused. I was like, why you don't have it? And this had to be at least 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. And so I was shifting my mindset, but there was probably still a couple bricks in a row. I'm not perfect. And he was like, oh, I just gave it to my brother or cousin. He gave it to a family member. He was like, I just gave it to my family member. I was like, you just gave it? Just like that? Like, it was like, just like that? And he was actually Christian too. I went to their church at one point. It was a really nice Asian Christian church now. Okay? I was like, oh, okay. I like to go to different churches. Experience, you know, like, okay, this how you do, okay, you know, it's very fun. But he was saying he was like, in our culture, he was like, we just give it, we just sign it over. I was like, I don't think my mind has ever heard that before, to be honest. Not in my lifetime. I was just like, okay. And I processed it over time, and I was like, wow. I was like, why is it that, you know, we don't do that? Why isn't that common? You know, we're not taught to just pass things on. We're taught to sell it. We're taught to hold on to it. We're taught, this is mine, this is yours. You know, we're not really taught to just pass it, and not for nothing. You know, they were actually Korean. But if you look at the fruit, you know, there's a lot of, not to say that there's not a lot of successful black businesses. It's not what I'm saying. Okay, I'm just speaking on this particularly right now. But I was like, well, they often bear good restaurant fruit. You know, I'm just like, there's always a Korean restaurant somewhere or Asian restaurant somewhere, and it's always crowded. Let's keep it real. How many people eat some type of Asian food on a those who eat out on a monthly basis? So I took that lesson, and not lightly. I'm taking that lesson to the end of me. But there was no selfishness in that. It was I only seen love and intelligence, and I love and intelligence. So fam, in case you ain't know, but he was like, no, we just give it. He didn't say nothing more from that. He didn't go too much in details. I just looked at him like, I just took it how I took it. And you can take this how you take this. But overall, you have to have a giving heart to do something like that. People aren't often giving up $1 million. If people get $1 million, they holding that thing like this. Like, this is mine. This is mine. This is mine. It's not. And to go even more depth with it, we accomplish things, yes. We reach certain success marks, yes. And what's your why? What's your reasoning for doing it? It has to be a bigger purpose. Is it to say, I did this? Is it to brag? Is it to put someone else down? Or is it to help someone else up? And those are things you have to put into account as you move to your next journey. Are you moving, again, to put someone else down? Or are you moving to bring someone else up? Ooh-wee. Come on, Lord. Come on. I just be like, let it shine, let it shine. And so, fam, in case you ain't know, I'm just a messenger. I just come and deliver the mail the best way I know how. And when I go about my business. I was laughing with a friend the other day. I was like, it was a new friend. And I was like, it's funny because as a coach, I don't know if people expect me to be walking around coaching. But I was like, do Michael Jordan walk around with a basketball? Or do rappers or singers walk around with mics? Or do doctors walk around with their doctor tools? And being a coach, because there's no real tool used, I think people expect me to be walking around like, I don't know, coaching or talking or pouring just to pour. No, man. I'm still like, I'm not gonna get too far. I ain't even gonna get into it. It was just a laugh. So, fam, thank you so much for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm still just cheesing and smiling because I'm happy. If you watch this video twice, okay, if you missed some things, sorry for my little interruptions. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next win. Bye for now.